I should be already doing a crowdsourced criminals, red pill to pay the bill episode, completely showing how it does seem like these guys spent the money and took off. So let me just sum this up. That's the best way to do it. So what it comes down to is, if I had done this group of people would be having a heyday criticizing the hell out of me, and that's why you should never listen to a word that any of them say. You should very much question everything they do, and you should never just give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because you can reach out to any of these people and tell them that you can debunk their conspiracies and that you're not being rude. You want them to know what the info is so they don't spread misinformation, and then they won't just ignore you. They will attack you. You are a threat to their wallet. Now, I know that's true for LTV, Titus, and a few others. What about Honeybee and what about Anthony? I'm not going to say Honeybee's that way yet, but I'll say Anthony is. For Anthony to get up on this screen and say that anyone that criticizes them he's tired of people criticizing him. He's allowed to do what he does. Everyone should pity him. He's the victim in this situation. He went broke. He had to pay a bunch of legal fees for stuff. And because he went broke, we should all expect it to take a long time for the documentary to come out, and he shouldn't have any responsibility at all towards getting anything out to people, even an hour-long thing. So where is the telling things about what Anthony said? He gives several different points of where they are in production. Like, he says that they've collected all the video, that they just have to edit it. Later on in the video, and I urge you to watch it and leave a thumbs down if you don't like it, and so we can track to see if they go up or down, because these guys are good at manipulating their thumbs up and thumbs down, as I've proven. Freddie proved, and I took his proof and showed you. But he says that they're editing it, but then one of the most telling thing comes out of Anthony's mouth. Anthony, you should have never went on any show until you were ready to drop the documentary, because you are horrible at this shit. Anthony says they still haven't got people to sign the release of information yet. As you know, if you're going to do a documentary, you have to get people to sign a release of information. If you're going to make money off of it or get paid to make the documentary, if it's not just like a YouTube video, you got to have a release of information, a privacy note. And what you do is, when you go to interview everyone in your documentary, before you interview them, you sit down and have them sign the paper so that you can put out your damn documentary. He says in this that he's about to edit the video, and then says he still has to collect the papers. Why is he making so many different statements about the stage of edit and production? He's lying. He is. You don't contradict yourself this many times and not lie. And I think that the reason he's lying is because he doesn't think about the people that are listening or respect him at all. He seems like a young guy who is out partying, and he's going to flip out if he ever finds out I said that. I'm tired of people saying I'm out partying and blah, blah, blah. You are. You admitted it. I don't care that you party. Just don't get mad if people say it. You admitted it. I'm not putting you down for it. Enjoy your life, dude. But when you fuck up, don't get pissed at people. If you publicly run a money campaign, don't get pissed if you get criticized, for fuck's sake. I don't care if you do YouTube videos and take money and get rich. I don't care what you do. But if you're going to run a campaign and you're going to bail on it, you're going to get exposed. Just like Homeless GoFundMe, that actually has an update that I'll give you. And after I finish this, I'm almost done. So what's my last statement here? My last thing is, be very careful, because this could be a plot. Hey, if Titus can get conspiratorial on everything he says and tell huge lies about police chases and shit like that, I can get conspiratorial and tell you that it might be possible that VLTV and Anthony and Honeybee and them are doing this on purpose. These guys use very dastardly techniques to grow their channels. I've already explained it up to now. So, another thought process that I'm putting out to all of the people that watch my videos Is it possible that Victoris Libertas, Titus, Honeybee, and this Anthony guy sat down and came up with a plan to how to build hype for the documentary before they plan to release it? Like, maybe the reason Anthony's finally coming out and talking is because they are close to releasing the documentary. Now, that would go against everything Anthony said in this video. He says they're not even close. What would happen if the documentary releases in a day, a week, or a month, or 2 months? We will know that he's lying. That this thing about Honeybee chasing down high-speed chases and all that was Titus building hype. He wants you to criticize him. He probably wants me to criticize him. That's why his story is so crazy. If they get up there and start lying about the documentary, then other channels that actually want to put out the truth or put out reality are going to criticize him. More people are going to hear about the document. It's free advertising for us to be exposing this. That's one of the reasons why I chose not to do many videos on this in the last 9 months. Now, too many people have been messaging me ever since Honeybee disappeared and Anthony did this interview, so now I'm forced to talk about it. But it's highly possible that they want me to talk about it because maybe some of you will go give them some clicks when they put it out. Maybe some of you will put out will help go around and tell your friends, hey, they put the documentary out. Make sure you watch it. Tell me what you think. Let's criticize them. Let's yell at them. They'd probably get more views from the people who are pissed about the way they've handled this than they're going to get from the people that paid for the documentary because of the amount of time that went by. It's just a possibility. Why do we not know is the question we all should ask. Why are we getting lies from Titus? Why are we getting lies from Victoris Libertas? The first thing they would have done was take a snapshot of that car and put it out. The first thing they would have done is not tie it to Honeybee's documentary. All of these lies coming out right now from only the people inside of this network makes me think that they are doing a reverse psychology kind of fucking advertising campaign. Get people like Unirock and OG and other people out there to give shit to these guys for lying. Their audience is too sheeped out to call them out on their lies, so they're not going to lose their audience. Unirock and them will criticize us, which will get more eyes on the documentary, and we get more views in the long run. We get more hype, and we are more successful because of the lies we told before it released. It is possible, although it's unlikely. Why? Because they are obligated to the people that donated to put out the documentary. So in my opinion, if they did that, we would, of course, show how they lied and manipulated people to create hype for the documentary, and it would look bad for them in the long run. So it's not as likely that that may happen. It's just a possibility. And like I said, the shittiest thing about it, if these guys were truthers, if they were truthful, if they weren't liars, they wouldn't want the community worrying about it. They wouldn't want their donators going around and asking people like me and OG and other people to comment on this, right? They wouldn't have to comment. They wouldn't have to ask us to comment on it because they would, already have the info straight from these guys. I don't buy it for a fucking second. If they were the type of people that made complex YouTube videos and it took weeks for them to put a video together, you know what, fine, I'll say, you know what, Honeybee doesn't want to do a video, Anthony doesn't want to do a video because they do complex, good videos, and it'll take them a long time to do a complex, good video, and, maybe, but they're the type of people that hit play on a fucking camera like I'm doing right now and just sit there and talk. So for them not to hit play on a camera when they've been doing it for years is the most telling part of this whole thing. And in the end, I give them about 6 months or a year, there'll be another campaign and more people criticizing them, and they won't care because as long as their core group of donators continue to do it, they're going to continue to lie and cheat and make money off of child abuse. And it's just a sick truth of our world that people do this. Next.